You mentioned that your style has evolved. How would you say that it has evolved from 20 years ago, as you said?
Well, for me, I think we're not the same human beings. The world has evolved. The state of the world has evolved, so it
But
affects us.
our look on life has evolved. More maturity you get, it gives you more perspective.
There are some shows, I think, that you need to live a little bit more in order to be able to speak about them. You need to have a life experience, which fortunately, when we met each other, we were already people who had a certain age, so it helped. But I suppose that when you start designing shows or directing shows in your 20s, you won't approach them the same way you do when you're in your late 50s or early 60s.
But that's why also I refused to do some show as a stage director. When I was offered, in fact, the first show I was offered in the US was Così fan tutte by Mozart, and my first answer was no.
And now you're dreaming
I'm
of
not
doing it.
going to do it because I had no clue how to do it. And now I'm dreaming of doing it because now I can understand. But it took some years. Sometimes it's very interesting also to revisit some operas years later, and because you get a fresh perspective on things, and this is also a great way of
Yeah, and
working.
it's we've been asked to do different productions of the same opera throughout the years, and it's interesting because you don't see it the same way. You design or you direct something in let's say 15 years ago, and now you're asked to do another version of it, which is totally different because you're a different person. Your outlook on life is different. So.